that Article 8 is to raise and appropriate the sum of $450,000 for the purchase of a new fire engine to replace the 1987 Ranger fire engine. Are there any other amendments to come forward? Any other questions or comments about Article 8?
Yes, ma'am, Madam Moderator. I'd like to amend Article 8 to read, shall the town vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $450,000 gross budget for the purchase of a new fire engine to replace the 1987 Ranger fire engine and authorize issuance of not more than $450,000, excuse me, of bonds or notes in accordance with provisions of Municipal Budget Act RSA 33, and authorize the Board of Selectmen to issue and negotiate such bonds or notes and to determine the rate of interest thereon, and add the language, the total of all payments, including interest, is estimated at $510,000. 3/5 vote majority required, or 3/5 vote required. Not recommended by the Selectmen, vote 3-0. Not recommended by the Budget Committee by a vote of 6-6. So we're just adding that language on the bottom, the total of payments being $510,000.
Is there a second to the amendment?
Second.
Mr. Eddy has seconded the amendment.
And I got the written version.
We have an amendment to Article 8. It reads, shall the town vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $450,000 for the purchase of a new fire engine to replace a 1987 Ranger fire engine, and to authorize the issuance of not more than $450,000 of bonds or notes in accordance with the provisions of the Municipal Finance Act, RSA 33, and to authorize the Board of Selectmen to issue and negotiate such bonds or notes and to determine the rate of interest thereon. In bold, the total of all payments, including interest, is estimated at $510,000. Is there any discussion or question on the amendment on Article 8? All right, is that clear to everyone? Would you please come to the microphone, Mr. Leandro?
I just want to clarify that the bold lettering is just to indicate that was language that was added. It was not intended to be printed on the ballot in bold.
Thank you for saying that. And my reason for mentioning that it is bold is to highlight exactly that information. Hearing no further questions or comments, are you ready to vote on the amendment? Do I need to read the amendment again? No. All those in favor of voting on the amendment to Article 8, please signify by saying aye. Aye. And those opposed, say no. No. I am unclear as to the vote, so I'm going to ask for a show of hands. And I would like to request some assistance with the voting. Lee, I'm going to call on you again, if I may, to count this section, this side. Mrs. Corrigan, would you be willing to count the center section, please? And Barbara, would you be willing to count this side? Closed.
Phyllis, you get that?
21. The amendment to Article 8 fails. 83 no votes, 22 yes votes. Is there any more discussion on Article 8? All those in favor of moving Article 8 for placement on the official ballot as presented, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? No. It's a vote, and I so declare.
Croc TV.